Hello, welcome to our workout. I am back here in the dungeon because I'm going to use maybe some of these chairs or something for a couple modifications for me. And it's just nice and quiet in here except when water is constantly flowing. But dog barks are a minimum in here. You today need a pair of light dumbbells. I'm talking like 4s, 5s, 8s, something in that like lighter realm, and then one heavier dumbbell. So I am limited. I'm probably going to use a 10. Honestly, you could probably go a little bit heavier. If you have a 12 or a 15, you could probably use that. We're going to be using it for like good mornings, for yoga lunges. So grab a pair of lights and one heavy, and let's get you nice and warm. We are going to start with your jumping jacks, arms all the way up and all the way down. You can go ahead and jump it if you're good with high impact. I'm going to step it for low impact. We're going to be there for 10 more seconds, then we'll stay out nice and wide for your side lunges. Today, lots of triceps, lots of hamstrings. 3, 2, 1, side lunges, nice and wide, bend one knee at a time, hinge the hips, see if you can tap that opposite foot. If you want to make that stretch deeper, pop up on the heel, toe up to the ceiling. Hinge and stand, 10 more seconds. In 5 seconds, we're going to bring the feet together. We'll do some hip openers. In 3, 2, 1, hip openers. Open up that hip, bring it back, switch to the other side. 10 more seconds here, big step over. Big step back, keeping the hips facing the front. In 3, 2, 1, kick toes. Extend one leg. You can probably bring yours up way higher than mine, but try to tap the opposite toe. I'm tapping the knee just to modify to keep it down a little bit lower because my belly doesn't want it to come up higher. 3, 2, 1, let's do some skater steps. Cross it back, touch the floor or your knee or your shin with the same hand as the back leg. Both knees are bending, pushing the hips out to the side. Let's get those glutes ready. In 3, 2, 1, find a squat position. Let's come to the bottom of our squat. Straighten the legs, lift the butt up, stretch those hamstrings. Rock back to that squat, chest high, drop that chest, straighten out those legs. Just keep rocking back and forth from that squat into that hamstring stretch. From this one, just squats up and down. Knees following the line of the toes, chest nice and high. Sit down, stand up. 5 more seconds, then we'll go into some butt kicks. In 3, 2, 1, butt kicks. Heels to your butt. You can jog it for high impact or you can step it with me for low impact. Bring those heels up nice and high, getting those quads ready to go. And 3, 2, 1, alternating quad stretch. Grab your foot, bring it up to your butt, 2 or 3 seconds, then switch. Same thing on the other side. Just test that balance, get a little stretch, keep it moving. And 3, 2, 1, we're going to touch the toes one time with a round back, just rolling down and up, or as close as you can come to the toes, and then one time hinging more like a deadlift. So one time, little stretch, one time hips back, flat back. One round back, one flat back. From this, side bends and twists. Side bend each way, oh, that feels good. And then a twist each way, rotating the upper body. Let's get those obliques and that back ready. We really want to wake up the back. So we've got a lot of hinging movements in the low body portion. 3, 2, 1, arm circles. Big circles back. Get those shoulders ready. We got a little bit of shoulders today. Mostly, like I said, triceps and hamstrings. Open and hug. But of course, we're going to hit in some shoulders, a little bit of glutes too. 3, 2, 1, inchworm push-ups. We're going to touch the toes, walk forward to a plank, push up from your toes to your knees, and then walk back in, stand it up, do it all again. Out and in, nice strong push-up. 5 more seconds, then plank, deep lunge, and reach in 3, 2, 1. Plank, deep lunge, twisting reach towards that front leg. I'm going to keep my back knee bent just to make it a little bit easier on my core. Now that my belly is getting humongous. 5 more seconds, then we're gonna stay on one leg. 3, 2, 1. Come down to one leg and come down to your back knee like me. Relax that foot. We're gonna lean forward. Feel that stretch in the back quad and hip, and then straighten the front leg. Get that hamstring. Oh my gosh, that's so tight and we haven't even started. Rock it forward. Rock it back. And this time, let's take this knee back, other leg forward, same thing. So lean into it first. Feel that back leg start to loosen up, and then lean back, straighten this front leg. Back and forth. Back leg, hip and quad, front leg, hamstring. 3, 2, 1. Let's get some cat to cows in here. Arch the back, look up at the ceiling. Round the back, look at your legs. Take your time, nice and slow, just trying to loosen up that back. In 3, 2, 1, child's pose to cobra. We're gonna sit right back into child's pose, release any tension in that upper back and those hips, and then rock forward, drop the hips, drop the shoulders, look up at the ceiling in cobra. We'll go back and forth again. Child's pose, into cobra. And then let's finish our warm-up with our 3 pulse hamstring stretch. So push back to a crouch, 3 little pulses, straighten the legs, stay as close to the floor as you can. Hello to those hamstrings. Come on down, do a couple more of those. One more time, and then roll it on up. All right, so keep both sets of weights handy to you, your light pair and your one heavy. So I've got a pair of 4s and 110. And then of course my 21-pound medicine ball strapped to my belly at all times. Gets me good and out of breath just taking 10 steps. So we are gonna do a bunch of moves with the lights for upper body back to back, okay? So just kind of stick with me. Don't worry, we'll have many rounds. So if round 1 feels like a kerfuffle and there's a lot of moves coming, you're gonna get it by round 2, definitely by round 3. We're gonna start with tricep kickbacks. So little bend in the knees, little hinge the hips, flat back. Like I said, lots of kind of hinging and being in this bent over position today with the triceps and with the hamstrings. So just protect that back. Make sure it's nice and lined up. The head stays in line with the spine. The core is engaged. So try to lift up from the pelvic floor into the spine. Flex those abs to help support that back. And we are going to go armpits straight back. Ready, set, let's do it. Armpits straight back. Squeeze. So just watch that momentum doesn't take over. We're not swinging the arms. We're really squeezing and flexing to lift. In 10 seconds, we're going to pulse. In and out, armpits straight back. 3, 2, 1. Stay there and pulse. Higher, higher, higher. Arms are nice and straight. In 5 seconds, we're going to squeeze together. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze them together. So just a little together and then bring them back out. We're not trying to touch. We want to keep the arms straight. 5 more seconds, then hammer curls in 3, 2, 1. Hammer curls. Up to the shoulders, down to the sides. As you get the arms straight, I want you to flex those triceps. Squeeze them. Feel the biceps up, the triceps down. 10 more seconds, then we get to rest. We do a little more upper body. In 5, in 3, 2, 1, and rest. You set these on this guy. And we are gonna next up do a forward raise into an overhead tricep extension all the way down, palms face in towards each other. Shoulders down and back, core tight. Here we go in 5, light weights. 3, 2, 1, all the way up into your overhead tricep extension, all the way back down. Now I want you to control that lift and that drop. So don't rush it. Again, don't swing it. Don't just let those arms drop as you finish that overhead tricep extension. Control that drop. Let's get stronger on the way up and on the way down. We're here for 40 seconds. You're way more than halfway through it. 15 seconds to go. Then we're going to go into overhead tricep extension pulses. In 10, in 5, in 3, 2, 1. Stay there and pulse. Little pulses, don't let them rest on your back. Make those triceps work for it. In 5 seconds, we're just gonna hold it there. 3, 2, 1. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Overhead tricep extensions, up and down, bend and straighten. Elbows stay mostly forward, core tight, low back supported. You got this. 20 seconds of work, then you get to rest, and you only have 10 seconds of that work left to go. Up and down, in 7, in 5, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Okay, you can put these lights down. We're going to grab that one heavy dumbbell. We're going to do good morning. So we're going to actually hold both sides of it. We're going to put it in a back rack position, right across like your shoulders in the back. Very similar to a deadlift. We're going to hinge, gentle bend in the knees, send the hips back, flat back, stretching, lengthening, loading those hamstrings, squeeze the glutes to come back up. Don't go too far. We don't need to go way down there. Just a little dip. Here we go. Ready? In 3, 2, 1. Hinge and stand. So don't worry about how far you're getting. Think more about sending the hips, sending the butt back towards that wall behind you. Gentle bend in those knees. Nice squeeze of those glutes as you come back up. That squeeze will help you get some glute engagement, but it'll also protect the back, because sometimes we want to kind of lift ourselves back up using that low back, and we don't want that to happen. We want to use those hamstrings and glutes, get that tension where we want it. Already more than halfway through it. Hinge and stand. In 20 seconds, you get to rest. Keep working for that rest. Finding a nice, comfy stance and a good range of motion for you. We're here for a whole minute. The low body stuff is a little bit longer than the upper body stuff, because that low body should be stronger than that upper body. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Next up, yoga lunges. We are holding the dumbbell in the same hand as the back leg. One leg is going to step back into a deep lunge, just like we do in the warm-up. Front leg straightens, pop up on the heel if you can, rebends, we step in and we switch sides. I'm not going to go to the floor because it's a little bit of a strain on my low abs, but if you can make it to the floor, awesome. And if you want to modify, come with me. In 3, 2, 1. So I'll show you 1 to the floor here. Straighten, rebend, bring it in and switch. If you want to stay up a little higher, we're just here, or wherever your comfort zone is, we straighten, we rebend, and we switch. Big step back, straighten, rebend, and switch. So it's not a lunge. That back leg is staying nice and straight. If you can pop up on the heel, lift the toe off as you straighten the front leg, awesome. And we should take a big enough step back that you naturally drop to the floor if that's the range of motion that's comfy for you. And that way we feel the glutes like crazy. And then as we straighten the front leg, of course, we feel those hamstrings. Almost there. 15 seconds. 12 seconds. Squeeze in those last couple reps. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Next up, we're going to hold both sides of the dumbbell. We're going to take a really wide sumo squat stance. Toes are just like at a natural kind of diagonal. We're going to come down on our squat. Stay there. Straighten the legs. Lift the hips so that you're at like the bottom of a deadlift. Rebend into your squat. Then stand. 10 seconds. We've done this with body weight. The last workout or a couple workouts ago, but now we're doing it with weight. 3, 2, 1. Squat. Bottom of your deadlift. Rebend into that squat. Stand it up. Squat. Deadlift. Squat. Stand. Keep going slow and controlled. Do not rush this one, especially that straightening of the legs. We want to make sure the back stays nice and flat. We don't need to lock out the knees. Keep a gentle bend in them, literally like the bottom of your deadlift position. 30 seconds down, 30 to go. And the good news is, this is the last move in round 1. You know all the moves now. Whew. This one is like such a glute and hamstring burner. What a deceiving move. Doesn't look like much. Feels like a whole lot. Really good for the hips. Really good for the hamstrings and those glutes. You're almost there. In 10. In 7. See if you can squeeze in one more. We have 5, In 3, 2, 1, and rest. Catch your breath, shake it out. Now you know those moves. Now we're gonna do them again exactly like that, okay? So we're back to your light weights, the tricep kickbacks with the pulses, with the squeeze together into the hammer curls. So in 14 seconds, you are grabbing that light pair. So catch your breath, shake out the arms, back at it. In 5. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Armpit straight back. Squeeze those triceps. Get that lift. Now we're nice and comfy with these moves. We kind of know what's coming. Round 2 is going to be even better. 8 more seconds, then we're going to stay at the back and we're going to pulse. So we're going to keep the arms straight. We're going to try to get higher, higher, higher. In 3, 2, 1, and pulse. Squeeze. Get those dumbbells away from your butt. 5 seconds, then we hold it up. We squeeze them together in 3, 2, 1. Stay up. Little squeeze, back out. Little squeeze, back out. Just bringing them slightly together, keeping that height. 3, 2, 1. Hammer curls, up and down, biceps and triceps. This should feel a little bit lighter, like it's a good weight for the triceps and the pulses, but the hammer curls should be a little bit stronger with those biceps. So really put in that mind-muscle connection. Think about what you're working. And rest. All right, you got 15 seconds into your forward raise to overhead tricep extensions. Then we stay in that overhead position for our pulses, our hold, and our overhead triceps. 7 seconds, roll those shoulders back and down, set yourself up. And 3, 2, 1. Forward raise all the way up into your overhead tricep extension. Control that drop back down. This is a 45-second move because it's a lot of moves put together and it takes a long time. So use that time, get stronger every single rep. Shoulders and triceps, controlling the lift and the drop, keeping the body nice and still, letting those arms do the moving, letting them do the work. 12 more seconds, then we're gonna stay in that overhead position for our overhead tricep pulses. In 5, 3, 2, 1, pulse. So stay down there, little tiny pulses, elbows mostly forward, core tight. In 5 seconds, we hold it. Don't let the dumbbells rest on your body. 3, 2, 1, hold it there for 10, not resting anywhere. 7 more seconds. In 5 seconds, straighten it up, overhead tricep extensions in 3, 2, 1, squeeze to lift. Back down, back up. Whew, that burn. It's only 20 seconds, you got this. Try to keep those dumbbells separate if you can. That way both arms have to work the same and our stronger side can't take over. But if you're struggling, glue them together. 3, 2, 1, rest. Whew, okay, on to our heavy weight for those good mornings. Back rock position, holding both sides of that dumbbell. You still have 12 seconds, so just kind of catch that breath, shake it out, relax that grip strength. All right, rest over. 5 seconds. Here we go. Good mornings. In 3, 2, 1. Send the hips back. Load those hamstrings. Squeeze those glutes to come back up. We've got a whole minute here, so take your time. Don't rush this. Think about that form. Quarter of the way through it. Doing great. Sending that butt towards the wall behind you and then squeeze those glutes together to help you stand back up. 30 seconds down, 30 seconds left. Now you're already more than halfway through it. Up and down, 20 more seconds of work, then you get 20 seconds of rest before we move into those yoga lunges. In 15. Hinge and stand. In 10, in 7, in 3, 2, 1, rest. Shake it out. We're going into those alternating yoga lunges next. Big step back dumbbell is in the same hand as the back leg, and that leg is straight. 10 more seconds. 5 seconds. Here we go. Take a breath. Get ready in 3, 2, 1, deep lunge, straighten, rebend, stand it up and switch. Deep lunge. Straighten, rebend, in and switch. Keep switching. I'll keep doing this version with you until it feels like I should not be doing this version anymore. Right now it feels okay. And then I'll switch to going a little bit higher. But if you wanted to modify, all you have to do is not go to the floor, or you can always take that weight away and just go body weight. Whew, you're more than halfway through it. Trying to pop up on that front heel if you can as you straighten that front leg. So we get a really big hamstring stretch. And if you can, try not to use your hands, like I'm sort of putting my hands to help support me on the leg. We ideally want to just drive through that front leg to bring it in and get that glute engagement. 7 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, and rest. Next up is our squat, staying at the bottom to straighten up into that bottom deadlift position. Back to your squat to stand it up. In 10. All right, hold both sides of that dumbbell. 5 seconds, we're in a sumo squat, so nice wide squat stance. 3, 2, 1. Squat, deadlift, squat, come up. That squat and that deadlift should feel and look so different. And just remember, we don't need to straighten the legs all the way out on that deadlift. Just take it up to that bottom deadlift position with a gentle bend in the knees. Chest is high. Drop the chest, we look down at the floor, we lift the chest, we look up, and then we stand. We want it to be like 3 distinct positions. Separate those moves, it's not a flow. We're more than halfway through it. 22 seconds to go, you're killing it. Getting so strong. We've done a lot of workouts lately where it's been kind of like sweaty, like a lot of weighted cardio or body weight cardio. This one is very strength focused, so take the time, build that strength, slow controlled movements. In 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, we are going to go into all of the upper body stuff with no rest. So last time we did like the tricep kickback sequence, then we would rest 20 seconds before we went into the forward raise overhead tricep sequence. This time we're gonna do those 2 sequences back to back. So it's gonna be quite the arm burner, so get mentally ready. 10 seconds, tricep kickbacks. Here we go. In 5, armpit straight back. 3, 2, 1, armpits straight back. Squeeze to lift. It's only 20 seconds. 10 seconds down, 10 to go. In 7 seconds, we're gonna stay at the back and we're gonna pulse. In 5, 3, 2, 1, let's pulse. Higher, higher, higher. Squeeze to lift. 5 seconds, then we're gonna stay up and squeeze together. In 3, 2, 1, hold it up. Little squeeze, little squeeze, little squeeze. In 5 seconds, stand it up tall, hammer curls. In 3, 2, 1, hammer curls, up and down. There we go. Biceps and triceps, standing nice and tall. Now we're here for another 12 seconds. Then we're going right into that second combo. So our forward raise into our overhead tricep extensions. In 5, in 3, 2, 1, all the way up into our overhead tricep extensions. Control that drop all the way back down. Shoulders down and back, core tight. No leaning, no arching, no swinging. We got this. Palms are facing in towards each other, so the thumbs are up towards that ceiling. We are way more than halfway through it. 18 seconds to go. Then we're staying up for our overhead tricep pulses. In 12. All the way up, all the way down. In 7. In 5. 3, 2, 1. Pulse it out. Little pulses. As soon as you start going down, halfway come back up. In 5 seconds, we hold. In 3, 2, 1. Hold for 10. We're almost at the end here for this upper body back to back. 5 seconds, then we do our overhead tricep extensions in 3, 2, 1. Up and down. Whew. Those shoulders are feeling it too. 5 more seconds. In 3, 2, 1, and rest. Awesome job. Okay, now we're doing the same thing with the low body. So we're doing back to back, all 3 moves. Good mornings, yoga lunges, squat, deadlift, squat to come up. You still have 15 seconds. Enjoy it. Because then we're doing 3 minutes nonstop hamstring and glute movement. 8 seconds. Here we go. Grab both sides of that dumbbell back rack position for your good mornings in 5, in 3, 2, 1. Hinge and stand. Send those hips back. Squeeze to come back up. Test yourself on that length. Quarter of the way through it already. And we are in the home stretch in this circuit, okay? You have been working for almost 20 minutes. You've got a little less than 10 minutes to go, including rest. You're getting there. 30 more seconds here. So we're already more than halfway through it now. And then we're going right into our alternating yoga lunges in 20 seconds. So keep hinging and standing for these good mornings. Then we're going to take this over, grab the handle with the same hand as the back leg in 12, in 10, in 5, 3, 2, 1. Yoga lunges, same hand as back leg. Huge step back, straighten, rebend, bring it up and switch. Huge step back, straighten, rebend, in and switch. Quarter of the way through it already. Getting closer and closer to the finish line. Every single rep, every single move we get through, getting us closer to being done and being stronger and fitter for it. Way more than halfway through this one. 22 seconds to go. Then we are right into our sumo squat, into our deadlift, back to our squat to stand. So we're going to hold both sides of this dumbbell in 12 seconds. In 8, in 5, 3, 2, 1. Nice wide squat. Straighten into that deadlift. Rock back to that squat and stand. Think about that form, especially now that we're nice and tired. Quarter of the way through it. Doing amazing. Making those reps count. Big rest coming up in 34 seconds. Let's work for that rest. Get low body strong. For the last 28 seconds, squat, deadlift, squat. Come on up. Don't be shy of staying down there for a nice long time. 15 seconds. Let's keep that movement coming. In 10, in 7, in 5, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Whew, grab a sip of water, shake it out. All right, while you're resting, I'll explain what's happening. We are doing every move that we just did, but instead of timed, we are gonna do reps. We're gonna do 10 reps of every single move. So that means 10 tricep kickbacks, 10 pulses, 10 squeezes together, 10 hammer curls, 10 forward raise into our overhead tricep extensions. Some moves, like the pulses, they're quick. They'll only take like 10 seconds, but some moves will take us a lot longer. We're gonna try to keep pace with each other. I'm a little bit slower these days, so the pace might be kind of slow. If you want to go faster than me, you'll probably just squeeze in extra reps, which is totally fine. You could do 12 reps, 15 reps instead of 10. All right, light dumbbells, tricep kickbacks. We ready? 10 reps in 5, 3, 2, 1. Armpit straight back. 1, take your time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stay here and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Squeeze together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hammer curls. 1, 2, 3. Flex at the bottom. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Forward raise to overhead tricep. Ready? All the way up. Bend and straighten. 1. These ones are going to take a while. That's okay. That's 2. All the way up. That's 3. There's 4. 5. We're halfway through it. Control that drop. 6. 7. We're getting there. 8. 2 more. That's 9. That's 10. Let's come all the way down. Now we're going into our pulses, okay? Back up and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Overhead tricep extensions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, okay, we are on to our low body for our good mornings. Back rack position. Ready? 10 reps. Hinge and stand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yoga lunges. Big step back. Straighten. Rebend. In and switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know what? Let's do 10 each leg. Let's do 10 more. That was pretty fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Squat to deadlift, nice and wide. Squat, deadlift, squat. Coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, halfway there. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Amazing job. Put that weight down. Let's stretch. Nice long stretch today. Grab that elbow behind the back. Let's stretch out those triceps. Let that hand dangle down your back. Gentle pull with each breath. See if you can pull a little bit further. Loosen up that tricep, all those kickbacks, all those overhead tricep extensions. And we'll switch in 3, 2, 1. Switch it. Find that same stretch on this side. Gentle pull, hand just kicking it down that back. 10 more seconds, then we'll move into your shoulder stretch. My belly is making an appearance. In 3, 2, 1. Shoulder, grab one arm across your body. Nice little hug. Feel that back of your shoulder, little bit of that upper back. All those overhead, those forward raise to overheads, so tough for the shoulders. Big hug, arm nice and straight. In 5 seconds, we'll switch sides. 3, 2, 1. Open, switch it on the other side. Gentle pull. Find that stretch. We're gonna hang out for a nice long time, 20 whole seconds. Got 12 more seconds in this stretch. Then we'll put the feet together and we'll grab the hands behind the back. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Feet together. Let's grab the hands behind the back, get some height. See if you can hang over, bring them up even higher. Get that chest, the back, the shoulders, all at once. And then in 5 seconds, we're gonna release the hands. 3, 2, 1. Release the hands, stay there. Feel those hamstrings. Let's see if we can peel one toe off that floor. So that toe comes a little bit up, even if you have to come a little bit higher, but that will isolate that one leg. In 3, 2, 1, rebend both legs down, both toes down, and then lift the other one off. Same thing, come up a little higher if you have to. Stay there for 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, drop that toe. Big step back into your deep lunge. So just like in our warm-up, just like in those plank deep lunges, drop the hips, reach through that back heel, and then in 5 seconds, we're actually gonna try to straighten this front leg. 3, 2, 1. Straighten the front leg, pop up on the heel if you can, pull yourself towards it, feel that stretch in the hamstring. Stay there for a deep breath. In 3, 2, 1, we're gonna rebend this front leg, come back to your plank, and let's go over to the other side. So just the deep lunge to start, focus on dropping the hips, reaching through that back heel, front knee is bent, back leg is nice and straight. And then in 5 seconds, we'll straighten the front leg. 3, 2, 1, straighten this front leg, pop up on the heel if you can, pull yourself in, nice and close. We're gonna hang out for 8 more seconds, and then we'll come down to our hands and our knees. 3, 2, 1, rebend this front leg, take it down, hands and knees. Let's do some cat to cow. So just like in our warm-up, take your time, arch and round, going through each stretch, hanging out for a little bit. If something feels a little tight, that was a lot of hinging. So I just want to give your back a chance to loosen back up. In 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to stay in cow. So we're going to arch the back and try to rock your hips from one side over to the other side. So keep that arch in your back, but just kind of keep your butt moving from side to side. See if you can loosen up any tension if you were carrying it on one side of your low back. And then in 5 seconds, we'll sit into child's pose. 3, 2, 1. Open up those knees a little bit, sit back, relax the hands right into the floor. Press them in so you can feel that stretch in between those shoulder blades. Oh, it feels so good after all that work. 5 more seconds here, then we're gonna come back to all fours and we'll go into downward dog. In 3, 2, 1. Come back up to all fours, tuck the toes under, reach through the heels, feel that stretch all along the back of the legs. The hamstrings get tight real quick, so give them a good stretch. And if you are sore tomorrow, if you're feeling this one tomorrow, come back to these stretches. Let's walk it all in together. Hang out. One last chance for those hamstrings to loosen up. No tension in that low back. 5 more seconds, then we'll do a gentle bend in the knees and we'll do a slow rise up in 3, 2, 1. Gentle bend in the knees and take your time, 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way up. We are done. Thank you so much for sweating with me today. I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.